Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the JNF Alex Animals High School in Israel radio station, located here in Hod HaSharon, Israel, our main campus, where we have a very special guest joining us today. We have Eli Novershtern, right? Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. Eli, tell us where you're from. Where were you born and raised?
Born and raised in Jerusalem, Israel.
Yerushalayim.
Small town in the Middle East.
The capital of the people of Israel.
The beating heart.
The beating heart.
Of the Jewish people.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. And where do you live now?
Herzliya.
Herzliya. So you made a bit of an aliyah from there to there.
Yerida.
But more importantly speaking, you're a Zionist, aren't you?
Indeed, very much so.
Very, I like that answer. Indeed, very much so. What does Zionism mean to you?
That the Jewish people have a right to their own state
Mm-hmm.
in the land of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, we have that.
Mm-hmm.
We're working hard to make it better.
How are you working hard to make it better?
In many ways. First of all, I work here, I pay taxes here, I raise my kids here.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
All right, you passed the test. You're a tax
All right, done.
citizen. All right,
And done.
I try to pay a lot of taxes here.
Okay.
I'm a venture capitalist, so I try to bring capital to be invested in the startup nation.
Uh-huh.
Which, thankfully, we do.
Very nice.
And I volunteer in many causes and organizations that have to do with the Jewish people. I'm a board member of the World Jewish
The
Congress.
World Jewish Congress.
Where I lead the Jewish Diplomatic Corps. I'm the chairman of the Jewish Diplomatic Corps, which
Wow.
is an organization of the World Jewish Congress,
Mm-hmm.
the flagship program of the World Jewish Congress.
Wow.
They say that.
And this is global. Your
Yes.
involvement. Oh, wow.
This is a global organization. We send young professionals, Jewish young professionals, to represent the Jewish people diplomatically
From where?
from all over the world.
Where do you send them to?
To international organizations, to governments,
Mhm.
to interfaith
Oh,
dialogues.
wow.
Wow.
Anywhere a Jewish diplomatic presence is needed.
Uh-huh. That's amazing.
That sounds very interesting. Yeah.
So you're representing the Jewish people globally.
We aim to.
That's amazing because we, the Alex Animals High School in Israel, see ourselves as a global high school in Israel. So there may be some synergy there. What do you think, Jake?
I definitely agree with that. I mean, we're not exactly making diplomats here at Alexander.
Well, we're future diplomats.
You never know.
you never
Future
know.
diplomats. I mean,
You're right.
we have alumni who are changing the world, actually.
I mean, I wouldn't say the alumni here definitely changed the world, but I think definitely there's similarity between giving Jewish youth a voice and both representing that voice around the world.
That's right. That's right. So what is your role in this mechanism? Do you encourage, you
I'm
speak?
the lay leader.
You're the lay leader.
I lead the organization together with my co-leader from South Africa,
Oh, wow.
my brother and partner.
So you're co-chairs? Is that what it is?
Yeah. He's
Co-chairs.
called president and I'm called chairman, but basically
Opa.
we are a global Jewish partnership.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Awesome.
But you also do work in South America, if I'm not mistaken.
My family is from South America.
Where?
Mexico.
Wow. How long back?
How long back? 3 generations.
Psh, tú hablas español?
Oh, obviamente sí.
And that's it for me, by the way. That's all I get. So forget that.
You're pretty good.
The accent is good.
You could have
but,
fooled me.
Other than that, forget about it. So okay, and what do you do in South America? I'm sorry, remind us.
So, involved with the communities there. Just back from a Nachum Goldman Fellowship in Mexico.
Oh, Nachum Goldman.
About
Okay.
a month ago.
Wow. Alava
and,
Shalom. He passed away last year, right?
Nachum Goldman, about 20, 30 years
That's
ago.
what I thought. That's what I thought.
Alava Shalom.
Alava Shalom. Okay.
Zecher Tzadik Livracha.
Amen. Okay.
He did some good things for the Jewish people.
So
for
let
the
me
state of
ask
Israel.
you, and I know you're a busy man, so we want to make most of our time. You're involved with global Jewish activities, right? You kind of have your finger on the pulse of world Jewry. What's the problem here? Where are we? Where are the Jews today? We know, 68 years after independence, 70 years after the Holocaust. And yet we seem to be still chasing our tail. There are concerns, growing concerns of anti-Semitism, growing concerns of a lack of a next generation. Is there a next generation? Is there what to be optimistic about? Or do we just fold up this whole Zionist project and say, you know what, let's go back from where we came from?
The Zionist project is great. I think the Zionist project has saved the Jewish people and saved it from what? I think there is an amazing and vibrant diaspora, but for fewer and fewer people.
Mm-hmm.
Because less and less people are actively engaged in Jewish life and many drift away.
But so do you think diaspora Jewry should, I'll just, throw it out there, as a whole make Aliyah, or do we invest in, okay.
I think we should invest heavily in diaspora Jewry. I'm a Zionist 2.0, if you will. I don't think everyone should come to Israel. I think the Jewish people.
I tell people there's enough Jews in Israel, by the way. We don't need more Jews, right?
We could always use more.
We could use more a couple of
but
years.
the
Okay.
Jewish people has been a global people for about 2,500 years at least since the Babylonian exile. And I think living in diaspora is a key way of living for the Jewish people. It's something that we should help and strengthen.
Well, the Judaism we practice today was in essence created or produced or evolved, becoming what it was in the diaspora.
Indeed.
So what's that challenge that we see today in Israel, right? There is a problem here with, let's call it church and state, right? For the American viewers or listeners out there, an issue with religion and state. I mean, there is some tension here, isn't there?
There are tensions and problems in Israel, but I think Israel, by and large, is a mature democracy that deals with its tensions sometimes better and sometimes not as well as we would like to. But I think the key issue is Jewish education abroad. Frankly, that's where we lose most Jews.
Sure.
And I think, personally, the key issue is either Jewish day school or Jewish camp, or the best would be to bring Jews to Israel, which is how Israel can help Jews in the diaspora and the Jewish people globally by giving them Jewish identity, Jewish education.
So do you think this education should come from Zion, from Israel, and outwardly, or should it stay where it is in the diaspora?
It should come from wherever it can come, and the best place for it to come from is Zion. Is where
Ki
we
mitzion
are.
tetzeh Torah, right? Out of Zion, the Torah shall go, right?
Indeed. Not
That's
only
amazing.
from Zion, but principally from Zion. I think having an experience in Israel is the best way of Jewish education that there can be.
Wow, that's amazing. 5 years from now, what's your vision for Israel, for Global Jewry? Where are we going to be?
Hopefully with many more Jewish kids receiving Jewish education of any significant sort. The smaller programs are great, but people need to receive significant Jewish education. Deep, meaningful.
That's right.
Experiential. Experiential.
That's right.
So if we can increase that and thus have more people who are really Jews and not drifting away, people who are committed Jews,
Sure.
educated Jews, caring Jews,
Right.
that would be a vision to aspire to.
Wow, amazing. So Eli, venture capitalist, global Jewish leader, impacting Jewish diplomacy, Israel diplomacy. You care about education. You believe that Global Jewry needs to strengthen its relationship not only to itself in terms of identity, but of course to Israel. Right? Jerusalem, you mentioned the beating heart of Israel, of the people of Israel. Let's say Israel is the beating heart. You had 20 seconds left for all of our viewers and our listeners. What would you like to leave them with?
Come to Israel. Send your kids over
Amen.
with to meaningful Jewish education programs.
Like the Alexander Muss High School in Israel.
That's a great program.
You like it?
I think so.
Eli, we want to thank you for your time and your energy here on the program with us, and thank you for all that you do on behalf of all of us. It's really important that we all do our share, and I think that collectively the future looks very bright, much better than where we came from, and God willing, only much better moving forward. So thank you for everything you do on behalf of the people of Israel, globally, here in Israel. We wish you lots of success, and hopefully we'll meet again as our paths continue to cross.
And thanks for stopping by.
Indeed. Pleasure. Thank you guys for everything you're doing.
Our pleasure, and thank you once again. Welcome, and everyone, all of our listeners and viewers, to the JNF Alexander Muss High School in Israel radio station located here in Hod HaSharon on our main campus. Till next time, lehitraot.
Lehitraot.
Lehitraot.